Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing another review. So before I start, I do want to say, don't mind my thumb. My nail broke off this morning, so if you see it, please don't judge me. It literally just happened this morning. I was highly upset. So moving on from that. So today I'm going to do a review on the Kevyn Aucoin concealer. That is what I have on today, and I will give you guys a little bit of specifics, but before that I'm gonna show you guys a little demo on how I use the Kevyn Aucoin concealer, and then I will give you all the details and my thoughts and opinions about it. Alright guys, so I had to refilm this demo because the demo I did with the video stopped filming and the video was corrupt, so instead of filming the whole thing again, I was like, let me just film the demo. So the before and after is still the same makeup, same thing with my input at the end of the night, still the same makeup. So I'm basically just showing you guys how this concealer applies. So this time I am going to use my color corrector from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Contour, and on one eye versus both, because I can see how good the coverage is when I just do one eye instead of both. I really hurt my finger and I'm a little bit sick, so don't mind my sniffling. Okay, and now I'm gonna go in with the concealer, my Kevyn Aucoin concealer, which you'll see in the video what I think of it. So it has a regular doe foot applicator. I always add an L or an S to it. Doe foot applicator. So I'm gonna go ahead and hopefully you guys can't hear all the clatter in the kitchen, because that's crazy. One eye. I'm gonna dip it in again to do my second eye. The color shade, at first I thought it was like too light, but I honestly think it's really good. It's a pretty good shade, so I obviously put more on one side. So now I'm gonna blend it out with my beauty blender. I've never tried to blend out my concealer with a brush. That makes me really nervous, so maybe one day I might try it, but I heard it's really good to try that. So let's go ahead and blend this out. So blended really nice. Wow, that is, like, I forgot how good this is. Wow, 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 wow. That is good concealer. And now with the other side. This is the side with no color correct. So, as always, the coverage is a little bit, but you know what? The difference isn't even that big like I've seen in other concealers. So this side looks pretty freaking good with or without. That is flawless coverage. I'm telling you that right now. That is really good coverage. Wow. This is so worth the money, and I know this Kevyn Aucoin stuff is a little bit more expensive than regular schmegular concealer. So I'm gonna go ahead and set it and see what it looks like. I don't really like to bake because I'm more on the dry side. So as always, going in with my Too Faced Born This Way. And my nephew loves to close this, even though there's powder on the lid. powder in the lid. And he just loves to close it because he thinks that I'm being messy. So first of all, normally my under eyes crease immediately because I have so many fine lines, and I didn't crease. Oh, that's good. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this. This is the real deal concealer. I don't know, I feel like a lot of people have been sleeping on this. I haven't seen a lot of people use this. Like, what are they doing? You know what it could be too? A lot of, not all Sephora's carry Kevyn Aucoin, because like I said, I'm gonna tell you guys in the update that I had originally bought this in a shade that's too light for me, and then I tried to return it, and then here in Florida they weren't selling this Kevyn Aucoin line anywhere in any Sephora near me. So they just redid the Sephora near my house, and guess what they came out with? Kevyn Aucoin. So I went and bought my shade. Girl, those under eyes are covered. What a difference. Oh my God. From that to this. From this to this. Oh my God. This is why I love concealer. So yes, I'm going to insert my old video that I did before to give you all the details and stuff and let you know how this held up. Okay, so that was my little demo about on how I apply the Kevyn Aucoin. I really like this concealer, but before I get into how I feel about the concealer, let me give you some information about the concealer itself. So I have my phone because I love going on the Sephora app to look everything up, because there's always reviews, there's always some great information there for you all to see. So I'm gonna look up Kevyn. Okay, so this retails for $30, and on Sephora it has like 4 and like a 4.1 stars, because there's like a little speck of a star. So I mean, I think that's pretty good. I just feel like this is just a very nice, like, almost, I wouldn't say like a NARS creamy concealer, because that's a little bit more creamy, but it definitely is very close to it. So it's not a dupe, obviously, because this is just about the same price, but it is a different kind of texture. So I kind of I'm actually really liking this one, because in the NARS creamy concealer I really don't have a shade. I have to go back and try it out again, but on this one I really like this shade that I used today. This has 9 shades. Okay, it is called the Etherealist Supernatural Concealer. Okay, that is a long one. So basically it says that it is a weightless medium coverage concealer that corrects, highlights, and perfects blurring imperfections for a flawless demi satin finish, which I completely agree. It is a satin finish. It is not completely matte like the Urban Decay concealer or the, what other one is pretty matte? MAC Pro Longwear, or the Tarte. That one's not super matte, but it is pretty matte. So this one is not as matte. It is a little bit more creamy. I would definitely say like a satin, because it's not glowy like the water foundation, or sorry, the Tarte Waterline. They have a concealer for it. It's not that like glowy or like the Born This Way concealer, but it is like a little bit of in between. I do like that it is like that kind of in between texture, so it's not super drying and it's not super glowy that it hardly covers. So it says that it has blurring imperfections, which I agree. The only thing that I will say a little bit like it's a little disheartening about this is that there's only 9 shades. So I was legit I was seriously between 2 colors, because one of them was too light, one of them was way too dark. So I'd rather work with something that's lighter and maybe put something a little bit darker on top versus having something dark and it doesn't even highlight my under eyes. So that's why I went with this color, which is the ECO5. So that is, I'm gonna click on that one, medium golden beige. So that kind of sounds like me anyways, because the one after that is medium warm beige, but for some reason it was very, very warm. So I felt like it wasn't gonna really highlight my under eyes. I wish they had more shades, but I do like the coverage. I do like the consistency of it, the way it blends. It blended out very nicely. It did look a little bit stark, so it's like it doesn't blend completely in like other concealers that kind of looks like a flawless like just blend. It kind of did leave a little bit of a mark, but you know, once you put all your makeup on, then it ends up kind of blending all the way through. Also, what I did do is I did put color corrector, because I normally do anyways. So I kind of wanted to use it like I would any normal concealer, but I do feel like, and that's where I kind of go where I see how it's kind of a medium coverage, because it's had I not, I think my dark circles will kind of show, like be a little shadow more than what it is now. It's not like super shadowy, but you know what I mean. So overall, I think I really like this, so I'm gonna wear this throughout the day, and then I'll try to check back in with you guys later on today. So far so good. I think it looks pretty nice, and I'm really feeling this. So I'll see how it holds up later, but for right now. Hi guys, so I'm checking back in with you guys with my concealer. So I did my makeup this morning. I forgot to give you guys the time post, but I had did it in the morning. It was probably like 10, 11, and it is now 7:45. It's been a few hours, I want to say. Well, yeah, 7:45, almost 8 o'clock. So I want to say almost 8-9 hours with the concealer on. So I don't think that it said it is long wearing, now that I think about it. Parabens, pro tip, use a lip primer or alone on the lips to create a nude look. I don't think I would ever do that. But so far so good. Honestly, I think it looks great. After what, 8 hours I've been out. I went to a birthday party, and I'm using my phone camera to kind of look at myself. And let me see, did it crease? And it looks like it didn't crease. But my mascara did run a little. So far so good. I'm really liking this. There's no creasing. It still feels like completely intact, and it's been 8 hours. I would have done a later check-in, obviously, but I'm staying home and I'm ready to take off my makeup and do nothing. So with that being said, I'm gonna go take off my makeup and just give this a 2 thumbs up. Honestly, I really like it. I honestly bought this a while ago in New York. Wrong shade, looked terrible, horrible, like flashback and everything. It was really bad. Returned it over here. They didn't sell Kevyn Aucoin in my area, like anywhere, and I live in Miami, so isn't that crazy? So then they finally remodeled the Sephora right by my house, and now they carry it, so I bought it, and I am definitely giving this a 2 thumbs up because it is, you know, pretty close to my shade, even though it doesn't have a lot of shades, which it should. But it did work. It did work out. But they do have dark shades, so it's not that they don't have all the shades. They do. It's just they don't have good enough shades. You know what I mean? Other than that, I have no complaints. It blended out beautifully. It didn't crease on me, that's my biggest problem on my under eyes. And it lasted. And that's another huge one. So a concealer that lasts, doesn't crease, blends nicely. Who can go wrong with that? So definitely going to be one of my go-tos from now on. Really like it, really like the finish, and like I said, it is a little bit more coverage than like a Born This Way natural, you know. So if you want something more like va va voom, your go-to. So thank you guys so much for watching my video. Please tune in my next one, and don't forget to subscribe and ring the little bell down below to get notified whenever I post new videos. And I will see you guys next time.